So, hi everybody and welcome to my metal shop here, out in the countryside here in Sweden. And today we're going to try out this great product, Durafix. It's a solder that you can use to braze aluminium. I've been using it for many years and I like it a lot. It's perfect and it's relatively cheap. All you need is a propane torch and metal brush, and of course the Durafix. And you can buy these under a pair of different names. They're called brands like Alutite, Durafix, AL2000, and you can buy them off eBay for about $20, I think, which may sound a lot, but it's actually quite cheap compared to using a TIG-welder, which uses very expensive argon gas and so on. So let's get started. So, what we need first off is this. It's a propane torch. You can use almost any torch. This one is a cyclone burner, which has a very distinct, let's see. So, it gets really hot. I'm not so familiar with Fahrenheit, but Durafix melts at less than 400 degrees Celsius. So a propane torch should do. If you're welding something very thick, we are doing sheet metal today. But if you perhaps cast aluminium, then you might need an acetylene torch. But for this, propane works perfectly. First of all, the aluminium we are welding must be very clean because aluminium forms a natural oxide layer. It could be useful. It's called anodizing when you create this material from scratch. However, we need to have a clean metal for the brazing rods to stick to the aluminium. So we're using this. This is a normal stainless steel, not a normal actually. It's a stainless steel brush. So, now we have cleaned the edge in here, and then we get the propane torch. So I try to heat the brazing rod a bit, but I don't want to melt it directly with the flame. Instead you heat the material, and when the material is hot enough, the brazing rod will melt directly. So perhaps a bit more. And now I think we're ready. So I melt the brazing rod all along the edge like this. It can be quite hard to get it perfectly. Now it melts beautifully. And then you heat it a bit more. And be ready with the metal brush. Okay. And now we need to get away all the oxide layer on the brazing rods. So, one quick swoop or two. And as you can see, it gets really shiny and looks quite nice actually. And now when it cools, perfect. So, as you can see, it's not as beautiful as a TIG welding torch, but it's really, really strong. Actually, sometimes it's stronger than the aluminium itself. And the Durafix rods are made from a zinc mixture, so you can use it to solder aluminium, also zinc-based or galvanized materials. You cannot use it for magnesium, metal that contains magnesium in high weight. So a certain types of aluminium is impossible to solder or braze. But it's really, really good and very inexpensive. So that's it, my short tutorial for today. I really hope you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to The Swedish Inventor.